Hello, everyone. So I needed that music this morning. Everything's feeling a little bit down this morning. Got that, not the nice head cold happening. Been tested for COVID. No, I'm all good there. But yeah, if I have to reach for the tissues, please excuse me. But I've got my deep, sexy telephone voice happening. So, there's there's got to be a positive somewhere along the line. But anyway, I'm going to get straight into it today. Say hi, leave a comment. If you've joined in through StreamYard, I'll be able to see all your comments up there. Hello, Miss Mel. How you going? I do sound all husky and sexy, don't I? I don't know whether that's very good or not, but still. Love to have you on board. Now, I need to explain that I am going to be doing more of a collective reading to start with. I've got it semi-organised. Probably not going to happen this week because the head's just not been in it. But from next week onwards, it will be. And from next week onwards, you'll only be able to see this either on the business page or the Intuitive Personal Development Facebook group page, because I am taking it off of my profile page. It's time to just connect with those that really want to connect instead of just putting it out there. So that's what. Hi, Brian. How you going? Excuse my husky voice, Brian. If we get through this, it's fine. If I have a sneezing fit, I tell you right now, I am going to be running away for sure. Pop down a number between 1 and 100 and I will get you a flower reading. So I'll show you my flowers here. I'll share the screen so you can see. Let's see how we go. So pick a number between 1 and 100. This will be your... So there's all the flowers on there. So there's just general flowers. Now, the other thing you can do too is show me a picture of your flower and I can do a reading on that one. But that's what it's all about this time, picking a number between 1 and 100, and we will go from there. So I'll stop sharing that one and I'm going to go, because Melly was first, you're number 37. And again, I do apologise for not doing a collective one. Head's not in it. The throat's not in it. So we're just going to be doing a quick one this time. So for Mel, now, Melly, yours was number 37, but you haven't given me a particular goal that you're interested in, which is fine, or you can add that to later if you want to. Okay, so this is yours, Mel. This is a beautiful, oh, you don't need to bother. It's a beautiful sunflower. Now, what I find interesting in this one is obviously you've got to sort of really be out there. Now, there's a couple of areas in your if this was a business goal, it is business direction. Look at that. See, got that in first. This is a business. You're missing out on a couple of areas here, Mel. As far as your levels of attraction, they've either been cut off, severed, or you're just not really interested in going that way. To make it a full program, make sure you're covering off on all those areas of marketing. You need to sort of look at that. Now, with your marketing, I'll just keep going with your marketing on there because I know she's a bit of a marketing guru. So with your marketing, when we're looking at this particular flower, look how big the heart center is. But anyway, sorry. When we're looking at this particular flower, your marketing here has to be very, and I don't want to use the word aggressive, but it is elongated. It is very long. So your marketing messages have to be very, very clear and succinct, almost in a very direct manner. Okay, so we're looking at more of a masculine manner. So very, very direct, very, very to the point. We need to do that. But yeah, there's a couple of areas there you just need to be a bit more mindful of. You've lost a bit there, and it is showing through a few of the weeds in the background. So try and cover off on all your marketing areas for that one. What I like about this flower, and this one I took myself, but it's got the lovely bug on it, So they're the sort of little things that are moving around, and there's two types of bugs that we have there for flowers. There is the ones that obviously help the flower to sorry, my head's just not going there, but to pollinate, and then you've got the ones that actually feed off the flower. So this one, I'm not really sure what sort of a bug it is because I'm not a bug person. But yes. So Melly's just put up on the Facebook there that she has been feeling that there's something missing there. And we can see that with just this area here. There is a gap in her marketing up here. So she needs to look at that. I can't, honestly, Mel, I'm sorry, I can't think of what the bugs mean. Obviously, you're not meant to know, but you have, when we looked at this flower, you do have a lot of guidance coming in. Now, this guidance is to me, it's more of a general type of guidance that it is masculine and feminine. Hi, Tracy, how you going? Pick a number between 1 and 100 and I'll do a flower reading for you, Dale. Yeah, so you've got that guidance. When we look at the leaves, that is quite long, but they also are quite pointy. So you're going to have some real guidance that's going to be really directed and really easy for you to follow. Then you're going to have this other sort of guidance, which is a lot softer. Now, because all these leaves are at the bottom of the image, it's suggesting more of the physical nature, not of the spiritual nature. So some of this guidance here could be a little bit prickly, not really what you want to hear, but it will actually make you become aware of what's going on. Thanks, Tracy. So that's yours, Mel. Thank you for dropping by. Well, I hope I get through this. Brian, you're next. I'm going to take that one off. Hang on, stop sharing. Brian, you're next. And your number is 25. Now, you haven't told me what it is about, so I can do a general. This is one of my favorite little flowers, this one. I don't even know what the flower is. I have no idea. I just loved the picture. And most of these flowers you'll see on here are my pictures from the book Intuitive Flowers, Empowering Your Emotional Goals. That's all about our emotional goals. Thanks, Mel. I'll catch up with you soon. I hope I'm feeling better too. Anyway, Brian, this is yours. Now, I haven't got a goal that we're directed to, have I, Brian? No, just number 25. Okay, so it's just a general reading. I shouldn't say just, that just is important. What I'm seeing with this is a general reading. We're looking at your goals here. So this is your main goal here, and it's very crisp. It's very clear. It's very feminine in its nature. And I'm not saying it's girly. I'm saying it's more soft. It's more nurturing. It's more emotionally based. So we see that, and we see that quite clear and crisp. But there's another goal in the background. While you're trying to achieve this goal, there's another goal in the background, and it's a little bit blurred, and it's not as easy to see, and it's not as clear to see. And that's okay. It may not be ready to come forward yet. But as you're achieving this goal here, this more feminine-based goal, this more emotionally-based goal, you're actually going to bring this one in anyway. It's naturally coming through. Now, sorry, my voice is, I'm going to make it. I am going to make it. When we look at this, I think I'm going to make it. When we look at this emotional goal, we can see that even in the heart center, it's not a big, strong heart center, but it is a large heart center in the fact that you've got the stamens and that moving out and attracting attention. So when I see this, I sort of see this as you've got a lot of passion and drive to it, a lot of passion in this goal, but it is in sort of segmented ways. When you looked at that last image, the whole flower center was a huge, big flower center, and it went in like waves. So there was more like banding going in, whereas yours is more out there, a little bit out there. So for this week, what I would be suggesting is just putting yourself out there a little bit, putting your passion out there a little bit. If this was for, say, social media or for a relationship goal or something to that effect, it would be about putting some of your feelings out on social media, putting some of that real deep heart-centered you out there a little bit, not over the top, please. That's not you. This is a subtle way of putting yourself out there and achieving that goal. But I just love the mauve and the flowers. So the petals themselves are round. The flower is round. Everything's very, very round. The only thing that we've even got little landing marks for the bugs, little guiding marks to bring that, when you've got that attraction, to bring it into the heart center. But if this was, say, a relationship goal, you might be bringing in interest, because this is our attraction. You might be attracting that interest, but you're not necessarily giving out all of your deep, heartfelt things, emotions. You're allowing them to come out in little bits and pieces at a time, which is perfect. Just one at a time. That's you. That's who you are, and that's how you do it. So that is yours, Brian. Put yourself out there, little bits at the time. And have a great day if you are heading off. And I get that, because you don't want to sit there and listen to everybody's. Tracy, I am doing yours, and yours is number 4. Now, did you have anything in particular you wanted to ask about, Tracy, a particular goal? I'll show everybody what yours is. General for me. Okay, no worries, Tracy. Yours is coming up now. Excuse my throat. I didn't know whether I was actually going to even make it here today. Look at yours. Yours is in general. Well, with your goal, so flowers are our goals in life. This is why I do flower reading. It's all about our goals. Now, when we look at this one, this is really, I can't even remember taking this picture. This is really unusual. So we're looking at this one really clearly. Wow. I honestly don't remember taking that picture. Anyway, what we look at with this goal is the background is very, very blurred. So the background up, when I go up here, the background up here is very, very blurred, which means to get to your goal, it doesn't matter what's happened in the past. It doesn't matter about that. It's not that focus on the past, okay? Especially in the spiritual context. So we're talking about more of a physical goal here. And we can see that by the flower being really, really low. We can see that it's not really, really low, but it's to the lower end of the picture. So we see it as more of a physical goal. It's more physical, whereas up here is more spiritual. And when we look at this goal, I can see that the flower itself is facing up. Now, a lot of images you get the flower facing towards you, but this one's definitely facing up. It's definitely looking to the sky. So I would say your goal is of a physical nature. However, it's to do with a lot with that spiritual side of things. Maybe you're aspiring to be more emotional side. Maybe you're aspiring to be more emotional. Maybe that's sort of what your goal is looking at. You're looking at how you can achieve some of those emotional spiritual aspects that we look at. So, sorry. So that's what I sort of would look at your goal with. And it's really unusual because this flower, I just had not seen this flower before. How did this pop up? This is really amazing. These flower petals, so to attract what you need to achieve this, say, higher look at spirituality, to attract what you need, we're looking at these petals. They were feminine. They were round, feminine petals. And now, because this picture, the goal is starting to go forward, like you've almost reached it and it's starting to fall away now, we see that these petals become more elongated. They become more masculine. So round is feminine, the longer ones are more masculine. These petals have become more masculine. So for you to reach your goal, yes, you need to look at that spiritual, that softer side, that nurturing side of things, but you also need to start looking at how you can really ground that. So if you're following anybody in regards to spirituality or your emotions, make sure you're following people that are grounded. Make sure you've got that. They're not just all airy-fairy, oh, do this, do that. They've got to be really grounded and secure. It has to make sense for you, because to me, this goal, this aspiration of being spiritual, you're already there. You've already got it. It's just getting a clearer and deeper understanding. And my voice is going to go in a minute. If you've joined in, pick a number between 1 and 100, and I will try and do a flower reading for you. Now, the other thing we need to look at too, Tracy, is this leaf in the front here. So it is of a physical nature. So there is someone close to you. The leaf itself is probably more of an elongated. The actual shape of the leaf is more elongated, but in this picture, it is softer. So when I look at this, I would say you need to look for support or for help, guidance through somebody who is clear and direct, not necessarily masculine, but masculine in their ways, that they've got structure, they've got an understanding, they've got clarity and direction, but also they've got to be soft in their approach to it, because I can see this flower for you. It's like, what I'm getting is just don't give up. Just don't give up, Tracy. It's don't give up. You're ready to go. It's just this goal is so close. It's just about falling away, and the heart and the passion that you've got inside is going to get you there. Okay, but just don't have to follow those airy-fairy, you should do this, you should do that type of people. Follow somebody, or follow those that are more grounded and that empower you to be the real you, not empower, not say you have to follow me if you want to learn things. No, that follow somebody who's going to empower you. And I look, I hope that makes sense, because to me, it's really, really easy, especially in this day and age, to be following people that aren't succinct to who you are and what you do. And one of the things I did learn when I was doing all my reading and all my research, when I was in my 20s all the way up to really, really old, how I am now, one of the things I really did is with those books, you took out what you needed, what resonated with you, and you let go of the rest. That's what this flower is saying. And it's saying to you, take on board what suits you when you're looking up to the heavens or for spirituality help. Don't take on everybody's, because otherwise we have got all this emotion inside on the attraction. You will be attracting the wrong sort of people, and it's going to be emotionally challenging for you. So I hope that makes sense, Tracy. I would have liked that to be a bit brighter for you. And it's really crazy because there'll be other days when I look at that and it just really pops. But for you, I'm seeing it as you almost feel like you're going to give up. Please don't. There is people there that can help you. And it's all about you being you and you discerning who suits you and who doesn't. Okay. And whether that's professional help, it doesn't matter. Whether it's friendship, you can ask as many friends for advice as you like. Not all of them are going to resonate with you, and that's fine. Take on board what you need and let go of the rest. So that's my, I'm sorry, Tracy, that went a little bit deeper than I anticipated. But I hope that was okay. And remember, this is just for the week, all right? We can come back next week and we'll do another one. All right, so that's it. If you want a flower reading, there's a couple more on there. If you want a flower reading, pick a number between 1 and 100, and I will bring out the flower for you. And oh, thank you, Tracy. Tracy's written, wow, that absolutely makes sense. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful week. And you have a great week too. And Brian said, thanks, Susan. Garden bed elevated, one ready for flowers. Thanks to a great week. So Brian's a regular follower, and he's building a garden and doing a lot of gardening. So he's getting a lot of grounding and a lot of earthing. When I do the general readings for everyone, like the weekly readings, I'm going to, oh my God, look at my face. It looks horrible. When I do the weekly readings for everybody, I'm going to be looking at it. I was owned an organic crop farm. So we had a 90-acre organic crop farm, and I used to do everything through the moon. I used to plant through the moon charts. I would harvest through the moon charts. And also I'd start to look at the zodiac with it as well. So yes, I did get into all that crazy sort of stuff. And I loved it. So there's somebody else has just jumped on. If you do want a flower reading, a free flower reading, let me know by putting a number down between 1 and 100, and you will get a flower reading. So yes, I used to do the organic crop growing. So companion planting, I did all that. And I was on the farm for 8 years before drought sort of took us off there. But in it, I'd learned a lot about the moons and how we plant by the moons and how we harvest by the moons and the different things that we have, the earth and the air and the water, all the elements that we have and how we can interact in that way. And I found it very, very grounding. I loved being on the farm, and I found it very, very grounding. And it did start me off with the flower readings. So I'm going to be doing the weekly collective, will be all about, the moon cycles and what we're up to in our cycles in that way, regarding not just planting, but planting and helping our emotions and getting an understanding of where we're going and what we're doing. But I'll be going by the moon planting chart. So it should be quite fun. I haven't got it all organised yet. Hopefully it'll be on next week. We'll have it all done, and you'll be able to see what the collective needs to look at over the moon charts. So that will be really, really interesting. But that looks like that's it for today. That's probably all my voice can handle. If you do want a private flower reading, I'm actually doing flower readings now. I've done this little thing up. It's really quite exciting. But for those who have trouble expressing their emotions, especially say you're a grown adult male and you want to give your mum a Mother's Day flower, we can do the flower reading. So they're called intuitive messages of love. And basically what I do is similar to what I've just done there, but I do that in regards to how you have picked particular flower image to match your mum. So you actually pick the image. You Google it, find the flower image that resonates with you as your mum, and I'll do a flower reading on that. And it comes in video in a PDF form. So that's really exciting. And it's working out really well. They love it. And yeah, you can order one of those in for Mother's Day, and that comes through. Really great idea for, say, mums that are in nursing homes and they've sort of got everything, or you can't really get them too much. They can sit there and look at it on your phone. You can watch the video on the phone, and then you can print out the PDF for them so they've got it to read too. So they've got it all there for them. So it's a terrific idea. But go to the website for that, which is www.intuitivenature.com.au. But that's me for now. I'm losing my voice. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. And I will catch you next Tuesday. Remember to join in Intuitive Personal Development Facebook group, and we will be on there. Okay. All the best, guys, and have a great week. Bye.